We don't have one hip hop song, number one hip hop song or hip hop album.
So, do you think that leads to this question? Do you think that might be the start of the demise of hip hop if niggas don't step their game up?
I don't think it'll be the demise of hip hop.
I just think it will be the
I just
demise
think
of number one
that hip hop will be watered down until we get a group of artists. First of all, and I don't want to say like the majority, but a lot of the kids don't do their history. No. So they just making music just because, oh, that's what I want to do.
Right.
But it'll be a wave. Maybe it'll be Lance's generation. You know, those younger kids that's like, all right, this hip hop is cool. Because to me, it reminds me of the this era. Snap era. I never thought that. I'm like, is this ever going to end?
It's like a trendy era.
I think this is trendy era.
And I think it's the attention span is so short that people are waiting for something every day to come out. Like now, people are dropping records every day, and it's like it's short. They're not giving you 3 verses and a hook no more.
And what I think it is, what I think it is all this killer shoot 'em up bang, this trap, not trap, drill shit. It's playing out. It's running its course. I think people tired of hearing it.
And
right. So I think people tired of hearing it. It's time for something fresh, something new.
And what'll happen eventually is the music you made at 19. At 27, think about Meek.
I don't want to hear that shit.
The stuff he was freestyling, flamers and all, he's not making that same music no more. Exactly. Even though he might still be talking some street stuff, but it's like I ain't that person no more.
You grow, so your money
I think the genre it'll start to die down because the kids that's like, all right, it'll be a group of kids that want to be artists, and they'll be like, well, wait. I don't really want to be out here in the streets killing people or trying to get killed. I ain't trying to make that no more. And then it'll start to sway away from that.
It's even happened to some of the greatest of all time. We could say Hove, right? A Hard Knock Life Hove and the
Reasonable
Doubt. And then he was the Blueprint Hove, which went past a lot of people because he was speaking more in the art world and stuff like that. Even like with the one of the greatest analogies I've heard in the last 10 years was on the OJ story when he let you know that what I'm saying,
could have bought a building than a Dumbo for $2 million.
You know what I'm saying? And then people who don't study what the fuck is he talking about? Dumbo is down under the Manhattan Bridge. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, so it's like this guy.
That's what I'm saying.
But a lot of people doubted him on that album and was like, what is he talking about? But they didn't know. So sometimes you get so far in just being rich that it's like only rich people are going to be able to listen to this album. 444 was a rich nigga's album. I think, like you said, I think it's just going to turn out to be people are going to start having to find some sort of substance in music once it gets to the point where it's like, okay, what do we listen to now? It's like, okay, we drilled everything, everybody's dead. And
the music has frequency. You think about music, if you think about a song like Rob Bass's It Takes Two. My mom is 70 years old. At a party, she'll tap her foot to that. My son is 6. He'll tap his foot at that because it's high frequency. It makes you feel a certain way. So
feel good music.
So at the end of the day, that music will always. Again, this song today is Michael Jackson's 14th anniversary of his death, and again we got kids. Little kids that ain't never Michael Jackson been dead before they was born that can recite his song.
I mean, that's just like us with Earth, Wind and Fire, bro.
That's the thing, and so eventually that stuff will die out. Because again, these kids is making it at 19. When you 35 and you getting your kids from daycare and all, you ain't gonna want to hear y'all shot the ops and I'm on the block and all that. You ain't gonna want to hear that.
I think your point was exactly what I was talking about. Is the frequencies. Like even when we grew up, it was a lot of gangster rap, but you still had your.
It was a mixture.
You still had your Brand Nubian, or even Naughty by Nature. They had like anthem.
Or your
high frequency anthem.
They literally changed the standard. They changed the standard.
The Black Moon era
of the
boot camp clique.
I think it was I believe 234. 234 is the frequency. It's the 234 megahertz is the frequency of love. It's the frequency that the heart. 432 that the heart beats to. And I think somewhere like in the 90s or something, they end up changing the frequency to the music, because all this stuff is low vibrational music. It's all shit that deals with the animal. I'm a demon and I'm a savage. It's the lower self.
Even the BPM as a DJ, the BPM of like the hits, like in the 90s and the 2000s, the BPM is between 90 and like a 105. So like a truffle butter is like 105. Lights, camera, action is a 105. Get Money, Biggie's Get Money, Junior Mafia's Get Money is like a 96. So these talking about in the height of a party when everybody, you got these fast BPM. The BPMs right now, Lil Uzi, I Wanna Rock is 75.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Now BPMs work in two ways. So you can have a BPM that's 75, or you can have a BPM that's basically like double. So it's 150. So you might see a 150, 160, like, oh, that's fast. No, it's really slow.
Damn, I wonder what Luke and them shit was.
There's like I Wanna Rock and all that. It's like that Luke's like it's like 120.
Right.
So that's
that
high
shit come on in the
but it's
party.
high frequency.
Bro, that shit come on in the party.
Where it's like
sweating like a
Lil Baby.
Party rock, and still to this day.
Lil Baby, Lil Durk and them, a lot of their songs is 66, 68.
But that's
70.
what I'm saying. It's not you're not getting a plethora of.
Do you think
they
sound?
You know what I mean, it's just one frequency.
Can handle that frequency with the way that they do the music?
No, it's not. You can't have a Luke's I Wanna Rock. I Wanna Rock. I'm gonna shoot the ops. I'm gonna shoot the like. It wouldn't make no sense. It wouldn't make no sense.
So let me ask you this.
No, that's fire though, bro. I want to shoot.
So listen, let me ask you this. Do you think the frequency so low and slow is because they all high when they making this music?
Well, yeah, because think about it. When you get drunk or you get high, your brain slows down.
Right.
So like you need something to slower that you could.
Well, being in a state of euphoria, period, you're gonna be like that's why they say some of the best times to write anything is when the body is supposed to be asleep.
Right.
So it's like in between that space in your mind where you're at like I want to say like 3 o'clock in the morning till the sun comes up. You're in the state where your body is trained to be dreaming. You know what I mean?
So we need these youngins, man. Even everybody in hip hop, older dudes. We need everybody in hip hop to change the frequency, man. We need to save hip hop because this shit ain't looking good, man.
And like Bar said, like rap, just rap. It don't have to be. You don't have to. It don't have to be some art. I gotta figure out. No, just rap. Like what's on your mind? What did you see? Right. Like everything don't have to be.
We might gotta start the frequencies matter.
You're right about that. Real frequencies matter.
When I put this joint out, this for Sage Part 1, keep your eyes out for it. When I put this joint out, when Dunny, shout out Big Face Dunny, when Dunny mix and master this bitch,
plug, brother.
I'm getting him to mix and master this joint at 432 megahertz. Like serious.
Oh, you really take
for real? Because the science behind that shit. I got a project called Frequencies. Like that shit, people don't really understand the science behind this shit. That's the reason why it's like I always say the best knowledge I always use. It ain't no niggas running around selling dope listening to no fucking Lupe.
No.
Ain't nobody going to kill no nigga listening to no Lupe Fiasco. Right. But a nigga that's on some goofy shit, you try and judge, you gonna put on Snow. You gonna listen to Push or whatever. It ain't the science behind it. And a lot of these artists, the younger ones at least, don't really understand the science behind this shit. And it's not coincidental all of them girls rap the way they rap. It's one Lauryn Hill. Right. It's 100 Kims. It's one Lauryn Hill. It's not coincidental.
It's one